A radian is a way to measure a circle without degrees. You take the length of the radius and put it around the circle as many times as it could fit, and each point where the radius ends is called a radian. Now these are the different segments. The straight line right here represents the circle being chopped up in 90-degree angle segments. You have to write 2 pi over here because that is the full circle, and then write pi on the left side because that's half the circle. Now to get half of pi to 2 pi, you have to do pi divided by 2, which will equal half the radians of 2 pi. Then to get to 2 pi, you have to multiply 1/5 by pi, which is also 3 over 2 by pi, to get to 2 pi. So that's how you do it in 90-degree segments. Now the dashed lines represent the circle being split up into 45-degree angles. Now when you divide 360, which is how many degrees is in a circle, divided by 45, you get up to 8. So that means that there will be 8 different radians around the circle. So the upper half will be over 4 because 4 is half the circle, and then the lower half will be over 4 because 4 is the other half of the circle. So you keep counting up until you get to 8. So it will start off with pi over 4, and then you move to pi over 2, and then 3 pi over 4, then pi, then 5 pi over 4, then 7 pi over 4, and then you'll end up to 2 pi. Now the last one, the squiggly lines, represent the circle being chopped into 30-degree angles, and 360 divided by 30 is 12. So each one will be 12 of the squiggly lines. So now the top half will be over 6, and then the bottom half will be over 6 because top half is 6 and bottom half is 6. So you start off with pi over 6, then you will start going to pi over 3, which can also be 2 pi over 6. Then it would be pi over 2, and then 2 pi over 3, which is 4 pi over 6, and then 5 pi over 6, and then pi, and then 7 pi over 6, and then 8 pi over 6, which is also equal to 4 pi over 3 if you reduce it, then 3 pi over 2, or 3 over 2 pi, and then 10 pi over 6, which can be reduced to 5 pi over 3, 11 pi over 6, and then to 2 pi.